In this video, we're going to look at working on a Simpath assignment. And once again, it's a Simpath assignment. We're going to begin by clicking here, once again, going into uLearn, clicking on a Simnet access link. We now have a account created. So I'm going to put in our username and password. Now, after putting in your username and password, we should come onto a page that looks like this. Once again, it's going to have my name, the FIT 1040 class, and it's for fall 2018. We want to be on this link right here, assignments. When you look at the assignments, we have the various weeks that will be covered and the chapters that are covered within those weeks. So the week 2, we have our chapter 1 assignments and chapter 2 assignments. We're going to click over here for chapter 1 assignments. Now, it's very important to note that the screen for each chapter assignment is always going to be set up in the same way. For each chapter, you're always going to have one Simpath assignment and then 2 project assignments. Now, for the Simpath assignments, they're all browser based. So in other words, you can access those assignments using a Chrome browser or Safari or Firefox. You can access and complete the assignment. The Simpath is basically a simulation. It will show you a screen that looks like an Excel file, but it's not actually an Excel file. So once again, you're just looking at the various steps of the assignment. It looks like an Excel file, but it's not actually the file itself. It's for learning purposes, and we're going to be looking at that in the next minute or two. But you can access those Simpath assignments by clicking here, and you can access them using, once again, the Chrome browser, Safari browser, and also Firefox. Now, the project assignments, and there's always going to be 2 for each of the chapters. For the project assignments, you're actually using a live Excel file. Okay, so in order to access that and complete the project, you need to be working with the newest version of Excel. By clicking on this first project, it will open up, and what we're going to have are the instructions on how to do that project. And once again, look, you're working with a live Excel file. The first step is always to look at your instructions. I'm going to click over here, and after clicking on this link, now once again, we have the ability to look at those instructions using a Windows-based machine or a Mac. So I'm going to click here because I'm using a Windows-based machine. And there will be various questions that we're supposed to apply to that file. After opening it, once again, this is what our instructions would look like. There will be various questions pertaining to that file. So once again, you would be working on that live file. You would have to save the file after completing all the questions. And then you can submit that file back up to Simnet to get a grade for that assignment. Once again, we're going to look at how to do a project in a later video, but just to quickly show you, here's the actual file that we would be working on. The file always will have at the top here your name and the actual name for the file. Now, it's very important to keep in mind never, and I repeat never, change the name of that file. Don't start putting in it's a copy or a copy of the file or a practice file or whatever. It always has to maintain this name with your name and also the name of the file. After completing the various instructions on our instruction sheet, you end up saving that file, and then you submit the results to Simnet. Once again, we've answered all the questions pertaining to that file. We save it, and after saving that file, we come back to Simnet. I'm going to come over here where it says upload my file. Here's where I've saved my file. Once again, it has my name, Kevin McKenna, Wherever Shoes number 1. Click open. It has been uploaded to Simnet, and then it says, okay, do you want to submit that file for grading? I'm going to click yes, submit the file. And we get our results. Now, needless to say, I did not complete any of the steps. So as a result, I have a score of 0. There were 32 questions. I never answered any of them. But it's very important here to look at this screen, and you can look at the various questions and see that in this case, 0 for 1, that I never answered any of them at all. In real life, you're going to probably come back and you will have answered numerous questions. The ones that you get wrong, you can click over here. It'll show you what you did get wrong. Complete those steps, and only those steps where you got something wrong. Complete those steps, save your file, and then submit it back to Simnet. Now, once again, you can resubmit your file as often as you want to. There is no limit. So if you don't get 100 right off, you can go back. You will get this screen over here. Over here to the left, it will show you which questions you got wrong. Click this area here. It'll show you what you got wrong and what you need to do. Complete those steps, and once again, make sure you save that file. Do not change the name of that file. Save it, and then look at your new grade. But there is no limit on the number of times that you can submit your file. So that's very important. So I kind of basically looked also at projects. Now let's return back to Simpaths. To recap, each chapter always has 3 assignments. One Simpath. The Simpath is all browser-based. And also 2 projects. And the projects, you're always working with a live Excel file. And it is very important that you use the most up-to-date version of Excel when you're working on the projects. Thank you.